if you celebrate anything, the reality that strengthens your identity is affected. Either you become and grow into the best, or your thinking and behavior is changed into something else. Credit goes to Papyrus 1, volume 89, second edition, Holidays. IPET, ISUT, Cosmos Institute, West, North, South, East, International. Holidays that are not ours. In the conclusion, we shall suggest some powerful holidays you may have to consider incorporating in your life. To all students of information and all African black people anywhere on earth, Guvu, we state the following: that the forthcoming holidays that are enumerated in this video are not African concepts or your reality. You can also read this book, Cultural Misorientation. You can get this book from Amazon by KOBI, KAMBON. In this book, the presentation is made clearly and most definitive that the mental health paradigms for African survival in the 20th century depends on authentic African survival trust. All this issue that we are independent, that we have got days of independence to celebrate in Africa or anywhere on earth, while the borders are still the Berlin borders, are communicating a wrong identity and a wrong reality meant to deceive. We are not yet independent at all. Forget celebrating independence days, memorial or independent days of specific people's lives and others not mentioned herein. Why? For example, in support of the indigenous people in the Caribbean and in the Americas, do you remember the destruction and the genocide that occurred there? So when you say Happy Columbus Day, what are you saying? What are you happy about? Are you saying Thanksgiving about the genocide or anything? Thanksgiving requires a bit of contortion from those of us who try to be socially conscious. The image of pilgrims eating peacefully with American Indians at a shared harvest festival presents a faulty view, a faulty holiday, a deceptive holiday that hides the reality of war. So we start with Christmas. This holiday masks the birth of the Son of God, the divine being, Horesu, the sky one, the heavenly one. Horesu means the sky cloud, the one who comes right up, who shows and masks us. It's substituted by Jesus Christ, who is a fake. Also, Janus, the Roman god of beginning, which is a new year for everybody. So everyone is looking forward to this new year. It's a Roman year. When you celebrate this holiday, you are actually saying, I am a Roman citizen. I buy to the Roman Dutch laws. So my year has actually begun. So you forgo your actual date of birth, your actual reality, and you plug in to the Roman god Janus. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter which miracles you perform. So these are the holidays that change your reality. The African History Network, Christopher Columbus, and the African Holocaust. And should African Americans or Africans celebrate European holidays? This is a DVD, a 3-hour DVD, which you can buy from this website. It also explains in that DVD where that holiday came from. Why do people wear and dress up in costumes? The importance of the black cat, all this summer hymn, the witches, the jack-o'-lanterns, and gives you the understanding that this holiday is a commercial killer. Americans, over 158 Americans spent 7 to 8 billion per year in costumes and candy and decorations for this holiday. So it's a big commercial move. So when you celebrate this, your perception is not yours. Good Friday is a bastardization of our real celebration. Very few people know this. Very few people will take action against what they are doing today, depending on Good Friday for their salvation. The original version, as narrated in Africa, is based on African traditional rituals, funeral rituals, imbuiso or chenuro. It's the same thing that happened with our ancient ancestor Ausarije, resurrection from the dead. That's what we do when we say mdimu or okokobetu, their spirit. That's what we do. When we say ancestor, we are saying they resurrected. Our ancestors are living. But the confusion comes because of the issue of God. So the confusion is on and about who is God. So read our book to discover the shocking deception on this issue. Get your copy from Amazon. You find facts, clear-cut facts of how God was created and given to us. The same story here, from Isis to Easter to a story. That's it. That's Good Friday for you. There it is, clear, straightforward, with no doubt. Associated with Easter are eggs and bunny meat and rabbit. So in Heliopolis, in the so-called Heliopolitan created myths, the sun god Atema, black, modern atom, where you get the word the atom, or Atumra, is created first. Atumra then creates Shu, which is air, Topfunyatu, which is moisture, who in turn creates Guvu or Gev, earth, and the Nute, sky. So Gev Aka is known as the great Kekla. In characteristic, is frequently depicted as a goose, that is his totem, or a man with a goose on his head, exactly, totemic. And then there is Ani, who resurrects and speaks about the deceased prior to their resurrection as a person of Osiris. That's why we say Muzi Mu, right? So all this has to do with Mbuiso or Chenuro or Sitsa. And this is the egg, sacred egg of Heliopolis, or On, or Anu. Heliopolis, that was turned to Heliopolis, but it's Anu, or Banu, or Bantu. That's the name of the city in Hemet. And then it became Typhon's egg as the Greeks borrowed and took over everything from Hemet. In Memphis, according to Memphis creation myth, 2800 before Common Era, alternatively the creator was Putare, who said to have made a golden egg on his potter's wheel, out of which the sun was born. And then everything came out, since everyone and many people want to be reborn like the sun daily and yearly, so they believed they put decorated eggs in their tombs and graves to symbolize that mbuiso, that senyuro, that ascension, that journey to the ancestral world, Nikadzimu or Duat, followed later by the Ukrainians. All these people borrowed from our ancestors. So let's look at some of our proper festivals. There's Engunguni festival in Nigeria, celebrated by the Yorubas. Celebrated for those greater people that have passed on that year. And we celebrate them. And the people play drums continuously, non-stop, empowered by the spirit of the dead, as well as pleasing to our ancestors and communicating with our ancestors. This is our festival. They read dance, which promote our mothers, our sisters, and also promote their purity before marriage, and purity in marriage, and purity after they have finished giving birth, and also the binding and the building together of our nation. These are our festivals. This is what we should be celebrating all over the earth, not only Christmas and all these which are not ours. Awesome Caribbean festivals you need to experience. The Caribbean festivals you can't miss, like Samba. Go to this website and study and see. You see, we are people of celebration. We are people of joy. The Wag festival is an ancient festival started as far back as the days of the pyramids and the pharaohs. Celebrated in honor of the death of Ausari, it is one of the oldest festivals celebrated in Africa and in Egypt at large. During the Wag festival, people make paper boats which are set towards the west part of the Nile, indicating Ausari's death, sunset. Aside from the setting of the paper boats, there is plenty of wine, food, of celebration going around. These festivals are just a tip of a mammoth iceberg. Because in reality, for us black folks, every day indeed calls for celebration and fun time. Are you celebrating that which grows and enhances your independent identity and reconnect your life to yourself via ancestral memory? Or you are a slave to holidays that are altering your reality? Your reality and your identity could be greatly compromised. Let's celebrate our natural status. If you are a restorer, if you are smart about your reality and your story is your identity, and you want to be involved in things bigger than current perceptions, send us an email at join@marifado.com. It's time to think out of the box. Subscribe to our channel, Committee Buru Ethics Marifado Development Organization. This is our email, join@marifado.com. This is Preacher Rabbi LM Dumizulu. It's fun time and celebration time. Ditch those pagan festivals. Tatenda Siabonga. Thank you. Have a good day.